What is up, farming family? How y'all doing today? Today, we're checking out the Prodrive Ghost. This is their Kevlar cord paddle. Pretty much every paddle that I've tried has been polypropylene honeycomb core. It's nice to see companies, trying different stuff. I'm going to go into the power of this and the control of this. This is a completely different feeling paddle, basically because the core, it's raw T700 carbon fiber, or raw carbon fiber, which everybody's using nowadays. But let's get into this. The paddle is unibody and thermoform. I didn't see where it said anything about foamed edges. The material is aramid honeycomb, which is Kevlar. The weight is 8 ounces. The length is 16.4 inches. The width is 7.6 inches. The thickness is 16 millimeters. The surface is Toray T700 raw carbon fiber. The handle length is 5.5 inches. The grip size is 4 1/8 inch. When it came to the power of this paddle, when you were just doing like your drops and dinks and stuff like that, it wouldn't launch off the face. It felt like most of the raw carbon fiber paddles with just a little more power. But when it came to your drives, your serves, or anything, or blocks or resets, you had to be careful because the ball, once it hit that Kevlar core, it would boom. It would be gone, dude. My favorite part about this was the top spin serves. I was just smacking it like crazy, and it was dipping in every time. It felt so good. The power on this paddle is ridiculous. This is one of the more powerful raw carbon fiber paddles that I've played with, for sure. In terms of control, I didn't really have a problem when it came to drop shots or when it came to my deking with this paddle. You would think with the Kevlar core and the power, how I just mentioned it, that it would be a problem. Yes, it is powerful, but when you're doing the dinks and the drops, it's not overly powerful. You will have to compensate, especially if you've been using a polypropylene honeycomb core paddle, but the transition won't be like crazy bad. This isn't going to be, like a black diamond or anything like that. Only when you're swinging, like, with a full swing. Other than that, the dinking and stuff's not going to be too bad for it. But if you have problems, controlling other thermoform paddles, this one's not going to be for you because it's a little more powerful than all the, polypropylene version. In terms of spin, this thing felt like it got really good spin. Like at this point, if they're even remotely close, you can tell. Like I always go back to the Electrum Model E Elite or the Pulsars or, like the Perseus, for example. I'll go to those kinds of paddles when I'm, describing paddles. But with this one felt sort of along the lines of the Vatic V7 Pro. It's not like, the best of the best, but it's still really, really good spin. And it's going to give you enough, to perform the way you want to, especially if you're someone that's wanting spin and a crazy, powerful paddle, because that's what this is. In terms of durability, it's a unibody design paddle. It's not going to snap and fall into the kitchen and cause a fault, like that's not going to be a problem with this paddle at all. I looked on their site and I noticed it doesn't say anything about foamed edges. So I'm not sure if there's foamed edges in this. I just forgot to put it in their website, but it looks like it's just thermoformed and unibody. So it's not going to have the toughness with the foam going all the way down to the handle, but it's not going to snap either way. The swing weight on this is 113. It's basically on average with hybrid shaped paddles. I mean, there's not going to be a crazy difference in terms of the hybrid shaped paddles. There will, be a slight difference based on how much foam they put in the edge, how they balance the paddle and stuff like that. But this is a pretty average paddle when you're swinging it. It's not going to be like crazy light, and it's also not going to fatigue your arm either, which is what I really, really like about the hybrid shaped paddles because you get the best of both worlds. The cost of this is $190 without a discount. I don't have a code with them. It's not because I don't approve of the paddle. It's because I literally just don't have a code with them. But if you could find a code under somebody, it would probably get it down to like 175 or 170. And for this to have a different core compared to the other raw carbon fiber paddles, that might warrant, the extra little increase in value. I wish they would bump it down $10 or $15 before code, because this would be a really good deal, especially for something that's got a core completely different than what everybody else is playing with.
What's up, y'all? And this is my thoughts on the Prodrive Ghost. Overall, I enjoyed this paddle a lot more than the other Prodrive paddle we've tried so far. Not really that the other paddle was bad, just for me personally, I really just didn't enjoy it. This paddle is lightweight and has great plow through. So I really enjoy this paddle when it comes to driving and good speed ups. So I would definitely say this paddle is worth getting. So I would definitely recommend it.
Yeah, overall, this was a really good paddle. I enjoyed playing with it a lot. I liked it more than the Prodrive Carbon. If you watched my Prodrive Carbon video, you saw that I didn't really like it a whole lot and was, sort of put off by it. A lot had to do with the swing weight. The swing weight was like 130 something. I can't remember exactly. It does have one of the highest twist weights out of all the paddles I've tested, though, which means it's got a really good sweet spot. The Prodrive Carbon does. But I like this paddle a lot more. I'm so glad I got to try it. Let me know what you thought if you got it, because I'm always curious what everybody else thinks. But until next time, stay safe. Have a good day. Drink plenty of water. Peace, y'all.